So coronavirus or COVID-19, however you want to call it, has affected the world, obviously, and it is no different for esports and in gaming. We have a few big changes to some tournament organizers and to some events. Most recently this weekend, which was the Intel Extreme Masters IEM Katowice by Intel. Pretty much they are no longer hosting, or they did not host live events or live audiences from their events. Basically, they still had the players play, but no one was allowed to watch at the arena, which is disappointing for fans, obviously, because this is one of the bigger events from IEM, and this is a big event in general for the community. So obviously, for CS:GO fans, the ones who fly over there or who come from all around the world just to watch them live are super disappointed, because imagine spending a lot of money for a ticket on the flight and the hotel just for them to be like, yeah, we're no longer hosting live events or live audiences for the events. And for obvious reasons, like they don't want to like mix people, obviously, because this whole virus has been spreading rapidly around the world. It's almost, if not already announced, as a pandemic. So there's organizers like this who are taking action towards that. Also because the government in Katowice also stepped in, were the catalyst to this decision that they made. We have an article from Daily Esports by Mina Adel Rubio. She talks a little bit more about how the government stepped in, and they have a statement from them saying that we were informed by they're informed by the government that our mass event license for IEM Katowice was revoked. Until that moment, we had a legally binding decision allowing us to organize the event, which was confirmed multiple times over the last few days. The last time the decision was confirmed was several hours ago, and this was about 3 days ago now. So yeah, at the start of the event this weekend, they were like, executive decision, let's not do it. And rightfully so, because yeah, it's spreading real quick. And that's not the only news. We also have League of Legends, who has been affected by this. Most notably the LCK, which is the Korean League of Legends team. Basically all media activity has been halted because of the outbreak. So press aren't allowed to come in. I don't know if they didn't really talk too much about like the audiences, not like what IEM did. But basically, if you're not if like they're really reducing the amount of people that show up, so the media is not allowed to come through. South Korea's president also placed the country on a red alert. So Riot Games was like, damn, let's not do this.
Let's not get any of our players sick.
So yeah, like I think they're still gonna be playing. It wouldn't be a surprise. Yeah, exactly. And I won't be surprised if audiences won't be there as well. Speaking of League of Legends, there's also some conversation about the status of Worlds later this year. So Worlds happens in November every year, and League of Legends is still deciding if they should continue it. Like right now they are going to, because it's in November and that's still a ways away from March. But the fact that they're even like considering of canceling it, it's kind of like with the Olympics. Like they're even thinking of canceling the Olympics.
The Olympics, yeah, for Tokyo. Right?
Yeah, for Tokyo. So
that, yeah.
So it's kind of like that here with Worlds. But for Worlds, at least it's in November, and hopefully the time from now until then, like
something happens to fix this.
Yeah, something happens, or at least somehow to contain the spread. And yeah, like as of now, they're gonna continue it.
Are the Olympics this summer?
The Olympics are this summer. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that might be an issue, and I don't think that's gonna happen. Worlds might be a thing, but again, it really depends from now, like for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
The last piece of news regarding the coronavirus comes from GDC, so the annual Game Developers Conference that is going to be held March 16th to 20th in San Francisco, California. There's been announcements that some companies will not be attending due to the coronavirus concerns and its spreading. So these companies include Sony, Kojima Productions, Facebook, and EA. This is obviously a disappointment for fans and pretty much for everybody, because you get super hyped for these kind of conventions and conferences that like talk about new games and talk about things that these companies are working on, and having big players such as like Sony, Kojima. These are games you've been waiting for, and now they're not coming.
Even with their reveal, like I was interested in Sony because like they just announced that they're gonna do PS5.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see what they're gonna do, like what kind of games they might have out, but like.
And things like for Kojima, it's like they were gonna talk more about Death Stranding and like the next like things that they're gonna be doing with the series or with just Kojima's work in general. For Facebook, I'm sure they were gonna talk more about like VR and how about.
I was gonna say Farmville.
Yeah, I mean maybe. Honestly, that might be a thing in VR. That might be wild.
Farmville VR. Crazy.
But I'm sure they're talking about like AR and VR technology. So this is a disappointment, but I mean, again, rightfully so. This outbreak has been going crazy as of late, and they don't want it to continue spreading. What do you guys think of all this coronavirus news and its effect on gaming? Are you guys affected or influenced by these new changes? Give us your thoughts and comments. If you like all of our content and want to follow up with any esports related news or anything about gaming, don't forget to like and subscribe. Here are a lot of our other videos. Watch them if you're interested in that. And don't forget to give us any comments and any feedback down below in the chat. We'd love to hear it. And again, we love you guys. This is LTG signing out, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.